I hope everybody is having a super fantastic day. And I'm super grateful that you guys are here with me right now. You can be anywhere else in the world. Your ears could be diverted to any other place, but it's right here. And I'm very grateful and I'm thankful for that. Without further ado, I'm going to jump right into it. I know that right now, when you turn on the TV or turn on the radio, everywhere you turn, there's just chaos and confusion everywhere. It's not even good chaos. It's not even productive chaos. It's just criminal chaos. Straight up criminal chaos. If the roles were reversed, and for a while I thought it was just an opinion, it was an assumption up until recently. If the roles were reversed and it was the Jewish community and the conservative communities doing exactly what these animals are doing, it wouldn't have even gotten to a point of consideration for the National Guard coming in. It would have been over with, period. All conservatives would have been super violent criminals and just horrible, horrible specimens of creatures, just bad. Just they're bad. We've seen it. We've seen it. We saw it at January 6th, that they call an insurrection. And this super horrible insurrection took place. There were smoke grenades and loud things and flags. These flags were so bad they giving me nightmares. These flags are just, oh, I can't talk about it. These flags, they were everywhere. I see them these flags. Okay. Look at the campuses right now, nationwide. Look at the bizarre things that are happening on these campuses. It's not speculation at this point. I'm just I'm just calling it as it is. We live in a very, very dumb environment right now. This generation is so gullible. They're stupid. Let's just call it. They're just stupid. If you think for a split second that folks like you and I will turn on the TV and see these riots and actually believe that a group of intelligent college students had the wherewithal to put this misery together, you might as well piss on me and tell me it's raining. If you really want to sell the story, why don't you get them different colored tents? Why don't you arrange it in an unmethodical order, if that's even a word? Why don't you actually sell it and make it believable that this was not an organized event, that yeah, forget that. Just see where I'm going with that for just a second. And quite frankly, if these college kids, if that took a second to think about their position and maybe rethink their life, Lord willing, they would be dumbfounded. I'm not I'm not shocked that they were sold this wooden nickel. I'm more shocked that how many of them bought it. They don't know what they're protesting for. They're just there for the hot cat litter. Let's just be real. They have no idea what they're protesting for. It's not doing anyone any good. It's not furthering any movement, even if the movement is bad and even if the movement does suck, nothing's moving forward because of it. The only thing that's happening is innocent students are being put in subjective positions. People paid money, good money, and they will be paying money long into the future to get an education, only for it to be interrupted by a bunch of weirdos who smell like bear crap running around campus chanting about issues they have no idea about. Folks, that's the society we're in today. That's the reality that we're living in today. Right now, we have a president of the United States of America who, right now, is being treated like an international drug lord. First of all, they started this level of utter disrespect by yoking the title President Donald J. Trump. Right now, if you turn on the TV, anytime they're referring to the man, it's always Donald Trump, Donald J. It's never, well, President Donald J. Trump is due back in court today. When, if that witch, I don't even want to talk about that, but if, let's take Bill Clinton, it's always President Bill, or how about Bush? Well, President Bush is going to be throwing a freaking ball at opening day at your mom's house. But Donald Trump, they just, something about him. They hate him. They hate him. I mean, we all know why, but to the average Joe, something about him. They hate him. It's absolutely just, it's disturbing. It's absolutely disturbing. And what's even crazier is that anytime something doesn't go the way of this entitled generation, all hell breaks loose. Doesn't matter where, doesn't matter when, just all hell breaks loose. And it seems like the conservatives and real staunch Americans, good law abiding Americans, they're smarter than that. When something doesn't go their way, they don't just go destroy their own property. They don't just go around running around the streets like a bunch of banshees, hemming and hawing because something didn't go their way. And I'm mixed about it, to be honest. Sure, we're smart enough to know that, well, if we do that, we're going to prison. Look at the January 6th insurrectionists. They're facing like a gajillion years for breathing. Yet we have a bunch of insane, mentally retarded students running around campuses defacing property. And a majority of those actions are considered peaceful protesting. Since when? It's like everywhere you turn, you can't get a break. I didn't even get into the whole George Floyd thing. But let me point something out to you. Remember when Derek Chauvin got up and he received his sentence, albeit he did get railroaded. I don't care who you are. The dude got railroaded. He got up. He didn't say a word. He placed his hands behind his back and he waltzed out of the courtroom. Imagine where we would be right now if George Floyd had done the same. Instead, he is hailed as a hero, as a victim, as a powerful figure in the community. The dude was a straight up junkie. He had counterfeit money, he was high on dope, and he interfered with law enforcement doing their due diligence to get home to their family. But the result of that was a dead guy, an officer heading to prison, multiple, and millions of dollars worth of infrastructure and businesses destroyed, all because of a junkie who didn't want to do what every other good red blooded American should have been doing, following the law.